Gary lives in London and decides to go on a trip to Brazil to visit the favelas. Gary is a roadman, which is the British definition of a thug. Gary arrives at Brazil 15 hours later. He is welcomed by the local favela leader and takes him on a tour. The local favela leader starts to talk about how hard his life was growing up, living in a house with 15 family members inside, and how he had to resort to crime and guns and drugs to put food on his table. It is a wrong path which society forced on him. Gary's life wasn't easy either, despite him living in London. So Gary starts to talk about how hard his life was. Gary didn't live with 15 family members like the favela leader because the British government provided him with a council housing estate. Gary grew up in a family of criminals in London. His older brother is spending 10 years in prison for tax evasion. His uncle is also spending time in prison for driving at 25 in a 20 driving zone. If you think that's not criminal enough, his dad has been arrested for doing 20 in a 30 zone, which is wild. This shows that Gary's been around crime his entire life, and whatever happens in that favela isn't gonna surprise him. After spending only 1 week in the favelas, Gary was able to see other gangs invading the favela he was in. He saw drugs, he saw guns, he saw actual poverty, he saw people who didn't have food on their table. He found out that using poverty as an excuse to commit crime in a developed country like London, crime was a choice.